If you're going to cut corners in your life, I want you to cut corners on eating out. I want you to cut corners on partying. Cut corners on your Comcast bill or on your freaking cable bill. Cut corners on going to Starbucks. But never, ever, ever cut corners on your self-development. So walking through 6 months of bank statements is going to give you a pretty good idea of where you spend your money, right? And once you go in there and you're able to go, hey, I've spent, way too much money on eating out, or maybe I spent way too much money hitting up the bars during the week. And then you're going to be able to go in and change habits, which goes into your energy, right? We talk about money having its own energy, money being an entity in and of itself. This is why some people go to do great things with money. They go and they allow their money to double and to triple and to quadruple, right? Whereas others, they get their first client and they're off in the mall dropping $400 on a pair of Jordans. It's their habits. They're simply habits, you guys. They're not hard to break. They're not hard to break. There has to be a bigger reason and a bigger why of where you want that money to go. If you were like me growing up, I never had anybody in my life teach me on what I can do with money and how I can utilize it to be able to make more of it. And so I had to go out and seek people who knew what to do with it. And so here I am tonight being able to give you guys a little bit of a blueprint on what that looks like and how you can go out there and be able to take your money and make more. And so our business model, digital agencies, are a perfect example of how you can begin creating these investments, right? And so going through 6 months of bank statements, being able to identify where you're spending your money gives you a clear goal, or a clear vision of where and how you're spending it. And let me be very frank here tonight, ladies and gents. If you want to cut corners, right? If you're looking to cut corners in your life to be able to cut things in your life, this is going to come off a little bit intense, and I need it to, so you guys can be able to understand how important this really is and how this determines the success of your business and how it moves in the future and how fast it goes and the velocity at which it travels. So if you're going to cut corners in your life, I want you to cut corners on eating out. I want you to cut corners on partying. Cut corners on your Comcast bill or on your freaking cable bill. Cut corners on going to Starbucks. But never, ever, ever cut corners on your self-development. Okay? This is a piece of advice that I will give to you from Josh and I.